Like, I think Islam will take either one of them down and tap them out. I've seen Adesanya in person. With Islam's set of skills, I think he could dominate a lot of these guys up there. Even when I'm in the best shape of my life, he'll still walk through.
UFC fighter Belal Muhammad warned Arman Tsarukyan against facing Islam Makhachev at UFC 31. Meanwhile, Islam's coach Javier Mendez expressed confidence in Makhachev's ability to dominate the 185 pounds division, praising his phenomenal skills but emphasizing that moving up depends on Islam's personal decision.
Do you believe that Islam could be the 185-pound champion if he wanted to, let's say, jump from 155 to middleweight at 185?
I 100% feel Islam can do that if that's what he wanted to do. But it's what he wants to do that will happen, not his ability. His ability, come on, I see it in the gym, guys. I see it. So I know how good this guy is. So yeah, 185 is not going to be an issue for him.
Javier revealed Islam weighs around 179 to 180 pounds during fights, making a middleweight move feasible with added muscle. Mendez believes it's entirely Islam's choice if he wants to move up and pursue titles in a higher division.
It's a matter of whether he wants to. When he comes in training camp, he's always walking around 179, 180. So obviously if he ever went to middleweight, he'd have to put on some muscle. But not saying he can't and not saying he won't or doesn't want it. I don't know. We never discussed it. We have discussed welterweight, but again, as long as Belal's there, I just don't see that ever happening.
Javier Mendez praised Arman's recent improvements, predicting a completely different version of him on fight night. Mendez emphasized that Arman has grown significantly, making their first fight irrelevant. Arman Tsarukyan, currently on a strong run, called Islam Makhachev overrated, adding that in their first fight, he felt Islam wasn't as good as perceived. Despite losing, Arman believes Islam is not unbeatable, noting he took him down when he was only 22.
The first fight with Islam, what stands out to you?
He's not that good like people think.
You want to tell me what you mean by that?
People think he's unbeatable, crazy wrestler, but I took him down when I was 22 years old.
In the moment, were you like, oh, this guy's not as good as they say he is?
I had that feeling, and that's why I was trying in the third round, try to take him down and waste my energy. So I shouldn't do that.
Tsarukyan has eagerly awaited his shot at the 155 pounds title. The Armenian is confident in his abilities and believes he can dethrone Makhachev to claim the lightweight belt. Many in the MMA community have shared opinions on the matchup, including John Jones' coach, Brandon Gibson, who favors Makhachev in the rematch. Islam Makhachev has been training hard under Khabib Nurmagomedov's strict guidance. Khabib, a demanding coach, was seen scolding Islam to keep his hands up during preparations for his highly...
Hands up, hands up. Выше, выше, выше. Выше. Хорошо. Выше руки. Hands up. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 20. Hands up. Islam, hands up. Don't touch. Don't touch head. 15. 15.
Islam Makhachev discussed with former UFC champion Daniel Cormier, sharing his thoughts on facing Arman Tsarukyan. He admitted he always anticipated this fight, knowing Arman would become the top contender in the division.
I know, 5-6 months ago, I'm gonna fight with Arman because he's a #1 contender right now, and he really deserves to fight for that.
Islam shared his intense training routine, revealing that he climbs mountains with friends before returning to wrestle them without any breaks or rest. His relentless regimen showcases his dedication ahead of the much-anticipated showdown.
I start my camp before 3 months. I start in Makhachev and we go to the mountain and go back to Makhachev and we come US now. But all years I training every day. Doesn't matter where you go. We have always close with us to go to wrestling 30 minutes, 15 minutes, every day.
Javier Mendez, in addition to his earlier remarks, shared his thoughts on the potential winner of a rematch between Arman and Islam, offering further insight into the highly anticipated matchup. After the fight with Arman, Islam Makhachev revealed his next goal, securing another belt. He expressed frustration with facing lower-level fighters, saying they pose little challenge and he's done offering them opportunities.
I don't know. If I looking behind Arman, if I beat him, I don't know. I'm tired to give somebody rematch, you know. I need the second belt, Bilal there. We'll see. A lot of good fighters.
Charles Oliveira has shown, right, again, that he's right back in the mix.
Man, I beat him. Arman beat him. It's nothing excited, you know, to beat him.
UFC CEO Dana White was deeply inspired by a quote from Islam Makhachev, sharing it publicly and urging everyone to remember it. Dana praised Islam as the best champion in the world, emphasizing that it doesn't matter who his next opponent is.
Islam Makhachev's quote in the Apex, and I want it in the PI. It's going up on the wall. And he says, what does this title represent? It means you're the best in the world. And if you're the best in the world, it doesn't matter who's going to be standing across from you. What do I say? No, never. Let's do this. That's how much I love it.
Dana White praised Islam Makhachev as the best in the division, calling him unstoppable. He also commented on Makhachev's impressive fight record, emphasizing his dominance and skill in the sport. UFC fighter Belal Muhammad shared his thoughts on Islam Makhachev's future, suggesting he could move up to 185 pounds after his fight with Arman. He believes Islam would easily defeat top contenders in that division. Muhammad also stated that facing Ilia Topuria wouldn't offer much, and beating fighters like Jared Cannonier and Sean Strickland would be a piece of cake for Islam.
Ilia comes up and he beats him. So, oh, you beat another 45er.
And he wants another belt, but as long as you're champion at 170, the only other belt he's going to go for is probably 185.
Like I said, I've said it before, I think you could be the 185-pound champ easily. Driscus and Strickland, like, those are your two guys that are fighting for the belt. Strickland's going to try to teep his way to victory. Driscus is going to shoot on his knees and then throw big winding up punches. Like, I think Islam will take either one of them down and tap him out.
Javier Mendez, Islam's coach, believes it's unlikely that Islam would want to face Belal Muhammad, who currently holds the welterweight belt. Mendez expressed this opinion regarding a potential matchup. Belal Muhammad stated that Islam Makhachev could easily defeat him in a fight, highlighting his unique skill set. He emphasized that people underestimate Islam's size, strength, and talent, noting that Islam has the potential to dominate fighters in larger weight divisions as well.
No, I would never fight him. He's my brother, right? I think he can literally go up to 185 and win the belt. People don't know how big he is and how strong he is and how talented he is. He's as big as these guys. I've seen Duplessis. I've seen Adesanya in person. With Islam's set of skills, I think he could dominate a lot of these guys up there. Even when I'm in the best shape of my life, he'll still walk through me.
I eat, I sleepy, and I train.
Arman Tsarukyan has declared his verdict on the UFC's pound-for-pound rankings, placing John Jones at the top and Islam Makhachev in second. He emphasized that he doesn't care about money, hype, or followers. His sole focus is on capturing the title from Makhachev. Tsarukyan is determined to snatch the belt from the current champion.
My opinion, he's number 2 pound for pound, because number 1 is John Jones, for me, personal. So, and he's number 2. But for sure in 155, yeah, he's pound for pound.
Do you care about that? Like if you go out and beat him, you expect to be number 1 pound for pound the next day? Like do you care about any of that?
No, I don't care about it. I just care about the title.
Yeah.
No money, nothing, no hype, no followers, just title. This is what I want to get. And yeah, I just to be honest, I need the title. I don't want to have, like, I don't want to be like super popular or something, or like have a lot of money right now. Right now it's my goal to get title, and after title I'm gonna think about money.
Brendan Shaw offered his bold opinion on the UFC's pound-for-pound champion, stating that Islam Makhachev doesn't belong on the list. He argued that Islam's fight record is the easiest among top contenders, although he acknowledged it may not be his fault.
Now, when it comes to pound for pound in your division, I look at strength of schedule. I look at who have you beat, how have you beat them. Islam's strength of schedule, when we're talking about, if you look at the pound for pound list, the top 5, has by far the easiest strength of schedule. He's not my pound for pound number 1. I'll be very clear. Not my king, not bend the knee, dude. Refute, cut my head off. Cut my head off. Not hating on Islam. I know you guys are gonna run with that. I'm not doing that. I'm not hating on him. There's nothing he can do about it. It's not his fault. He fights whoever's in front of him.
As Islam Makhachev prepares for his fight, Khabib Nurmagomedov, the former UFC champion, expressed his hope for Makhachev to defend his title 6 times before moving to a different weight class.
For his management, whoever's telling this, dude, let's jump to 70. Buddy, you have so much work to do at 55. You have a lot to do at 55 before we bend the knee. And Arman's going to give you a fight. And I would favor Arman after watching his last 3 or 4 performances. I would favor Arman.
Daniel Cormier teased Islam for being knocked down 3 times in his previous fight with Arman Makhachev, but Makhachev dismissed the claims, stating he was only down once. He admitted being unaware of Arman's skills before but now knows his opponent well and won't repeat the same mistake.
I don't know his
I think he took you out.
He took me
like
down
3
yes.
times.
No, 1 time, man. No, watch the fight. You never watch my fight?
I watch your fights all the time.
Okay, watch. 3 times, nobody, brother. Even you, Nick, you cannot take me down 3 times, brother.
Take me down 3 times. Many times.
No, it's not true. You know, the first fight, and I don't know his background, you know. He defends my wrestling. He give me just, you know, he's tough. That's why he give me a hard time.